Now, the rest of the story.
Welcome back to another cell phone video. And that is not because I forgot this. It is because I grabbed the camera without the SD card in it. So, plus low battery, no card, can't film. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna put this back in my truck because for those of you that, oh the heck with it, for those of you that are still watching, the last time I used this was actually when I was chisel plowing in the 8235. That's where it's been sitting idly by, waiting for me to go find it since then. Let's face it, it's winter chores, winter hours, winter schedule. There's enough stuff going on, but let's face it, this whole thing, nobody really seems to care. So not much point in running myself down trying to post. And no, that is not me saying I don't appreciate those of you that do watch every one of my videos, but well, it's not even just at a certain category. It's I think everybody all around is just not what it used to be. So we're gonna go to on to the rest of the video. So show of hands, honestly comment it right now, really quick. Remember? Okay, right now, really quick. Now, what is this used for? No spoilers. Go down below and write your guess, because this guy, I just used it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, for those of you that don't know, that's for turning bulls into steers. For the last 2 days, it took 24 hours. It is currently that time right now. Ryan and I got done moving, sorting, weaning cattle. So for those of you that are wondering what that tool is used for, these little donuts right here, you put those around calves' testiculars. My hands even, oh, smells like nutsack. You put these around their cherry bag, and you let nature take its course. For me, for what I just did, I put 3 of these bad boys on. A, because it's winter, and I've had these, you know, have been dried out or grabbed an older one and whatever else, and they break. So just for the battle that I just went through, 3 rings right off the bat, or Cheerios, I think is what a lot of people like to call them. So we got, the problem with Dad's cows is, like I've been saying, he's currently unwillingly, of course, that really wasn't a plan nor something that we wanted, but Dad currently has his cows split into spring and fall calving cattle. So we got about a dozen cow calves, like young ones, down at my place, because that's generally where my dad's cows are. So we ended up leaving all of my dad's cows down there because it's just my luck. What's going to happen is I'll haul out everything, you know, baby calves included, and I'll miss 1 or 4, and I'm not willing to risk that because, you know, 4 legs and a heartbeat, that's money, and I'm not willing to risk leaving any of them. It's not the end of the world leaving them down there, because generally that's our typical routine anyway. The big thing was getting, and we're going to go out there, those guys, getting those guys hauled out. All of those out there are mine minus 1. I brought 1. Oh, hold on here, you guys. I don't know if you guys will be able to see him, but where you at, dude? He's over there crossing his legs. He just got a tag and neutered. He is the one that, I don't know if I did a video on it. It was in the middle of harvest, and one of the cows that, you know, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but I had one of my cows that didn't calves. I just figured she either miscarried or didn't take, because I didn't preg check anything, which I wanted to preg check them, which, you know, with Dad's cattle doing what they're doing, they were the ones I really wanted to preg check. And when they start dropping calves like that, really not doing us a heck of a whole lot of good. But I'm all over the board. He is the calf that cow ended up having in the middle of the harvest. I tried to catch him back then. I know it's him because of his little ears. He's got these really like sharp, I say sharp, but really tight, sharp, pointed ears. I know it's him because he is bigger, considerably bigger than any of the calves that Dad's cows have dropped in the last month. So, I mean, he's what, an October, November calf? He's thick. So I just had to tackle him twice just to tag him the first time and then realize, I'm here, you need to be a steer. Let's just get this over with. And we got it taken care of. So that said, Dad's bull I ended up bringing up here because that is 100% of our problems. We didn't remove the bulls from my dad's cows in the past. Never really was an issue in the past because they were synchronized right where they were calving consistently in the spring, and we had a dozen or so that just didn't. Either they miscarried, or I'm not going to go into that whole argument again because, I mean, it's done. So we brought him back up here, removed from my dad's cows, so that way there's no way anybody's going to be able to drop any calves here in 9 months for a while until I'm ready to take him back down. I do want to get a bull of my own too. Don't think that I don't. It's just that all of my cows, which I could be setting myself up for a headache, should be bred. Haven't had a chance to preg check them. When it comes to plans on the farm, plan is an F word or a swear word, for good reason. We never stick to the plan. I mean, it just not one of those things where you stick to the plan, and he's not happy. We hauled out all of my steers, all of my bull calves, and all of my dad's feeder calves are out at my brother's place. I'm hoping this video comes out after my brother's video because that is currently the most dangerous lot because of the calf that had taken out Ryan, and he is more than willing to take out anybody that walks through that lot. When I say that, it takes a special kind of idiot, referring to the cattle, to literally, as the calves are walking along the corner of the lot, to have a calf shear off from the rest of the calves and literally come at you. I haven't had very many of those in my lifetime because normally they don't usually get the chance. But the reason I have him here is because I forgot about him. I had him sorted off with the cows we're going to call out. We got 3 cows we're calling, 2 of which are mine. And we had him just by coincidence. He was just hanging with them. I mean, when you're sorting cattle, it's actually nice to have, well, in this instance, cows that you're going to cull, because the 2 that I'm culling out have sore feet, so they're slower. They're really not in too big of a rush. And when you're dealing with sorting out calves and whatnot, it's nice having some nurse cows, babysitters there. The calves kind of radiate towards them. And seems how I forgot about him. I brought his mom up already. I know which cow he belongs to just because she is from, she's my number 2 cow. I mean, I had my first one from my grandpa's herd, and she's actually the second one from way back in 2015. I've had her since. So not really willing. Those are the 2 cows that I will not call out. They will be here until they die of old age. Realize he belongs to her. He's still nursing. He could still benefit from being on mama. Not much point in letting her dry up, obviously. So we're going to drop him in here. Now, for those of you that are probably wondering, what am I going to do with one now steer calf that is completely out of sync with the rest of my calves? Because everybody else calved early summer or late spring. Well, this is going to sound morbid. Freezer's getting empty. And it's a circle of life. Travis's freezer gets empty. Odd man out ends up in it, or her. I mean, normally what we put in the freezer are cattle, steers, heifers that are wild enough that it's not worth trying to get yourselves hurt, load them into the trailer. So we just process them right in the lot, and they usually taste the best, believe it or not. So he's going to be getting plenty of grain all summer, and hopefully by next fall, I'm hoping the freezer doesn't get too empty or go completely bare. That I have to start buying store-bought food or store-bought burger. But what you're currently seeing is all of my cows, all but one of my heifers. There's one that's still down there. Couldn't get her in, not really because she's wild, it's just that she didn't come into the lot. And honestly, I didn't feel like devoting a bunch of time trying to get her sorted out. So, you know that dreaded P word I was just talking about? My original plan was to keep all my heifers. That's what I was telling everybody early spring last year. The P word, I'm probably gonna swear a lot in this video, changed to I'm gonna sell everything because I'm not happy with some of my calves, how some of my calves look. Myrna is still kicking. She was actually one of them, but the problem is they're coming out of it, largely because I bought all these cows, all but the two, and they calved in bunches, you know, like they weren't all within 45 days. And you can definitely tell, which I think is where I was discrediting a lot of these calves or discounting a lot of these calves, was the fact that the later calves were looking kind of crummy compared to the early calves. I mean, my tan one, which she's hiding out right now, you know, I don't have names for everybody, just Myrna. So I don't know if that's her mom. Also, another question, people are probably wondering, well, what are you doing having all your feeder heifers in with their moms yet? What are you gonna do? Well, they're gonna get weaned off in that other lot out there. I just gotta finish putting the gate up and probably move them out there for a while. But the tan girl, which, you know, is kind of out of character for me because I wanted just red cattle. Probably second, I would have preferred black cattle. And then that one comes around, and dare I say, I really like her. She's tan. Anybody that actually knows what they honestly think she is, was it Charolais? Maybe a little short. I'm not really sure what she all has working in her, but I'm gonna keep her just because genetics, just the way her frame is, her disposition. As you can see, I literally just I really could have just walked right up 5-10 feet from her. She's quiet, as opposed to some of those other ones that are clear back up to the feed or the bale feeder already. Disposition goes a long way. You guys, actually, these two in the corner, those are the kind of cattle I radiate towards. I try to call out the dum-dums. I was going to get rid of Myrna. Unfortunately, she's my only red heifer I had this year, but I was going to let her go. But then as I started sorting cattle out, calves out, down at my place, I just decided that I'm going to roll the dice. I'm actually financially in a spot right now where I don't need the money from selling them as feeders. And the cows I bought weren't exactly all young. So bringing in some new stock and kind of getting the age of the herd, you know, trickle down a little bit more than what it's currently at, because unfortunately a lot of these yellow tag ones probably aren't going to be here much longer. The two that I called out were actually yellow tagged cows. They had sore feet. I have one red tagged cow, which red tags means they're a broken mouth and they're pretty much said and done. That, you know, well, honestly, she's broken mouth, but she's back in there, and she's right up at the feed. I keep wanting to say feed bunk, at the bale feeder, and she's eating right away. So as long as she can produce a calf, I don't care if she's broken mouthed. I'm okay with it. We got somebody in here laying on the fresh bedding. So should do a quick count yet because I didn't count everything. So this is actually, everything that I count up is actually going to be part of the herd eventually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, can't forget Myrna, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm currently at 25 eventually. I mean, the heifers, they got some gaining to do. 26 if you include the one that's down at my place yet. But the one in the trailer, which I'm going to go let out right now, he's probably living the good life for the time being. He's been getting all the feed he wants. So that's the update on the four-legged critters. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Who else is ready for spring? I mean, we got a long ways to go yet, but we're already a third of the way through January, and it seems like that just happened overnight. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Take it easy. Keep in touch. Talk to you guys next time.